What's this week been like for you guys as a team to try to bounce back from that Michigan game?
I think it's definitely been kind of just a refocus week. Something we've really talked about is everyone looking within their own self, looking in the mirror and kind of trying to just hold ourselves accountable rather than kind of project onto other people, kind of see what we could do better, areas we could have been better, and really just coming together as a group. We've been really intentional about coming together, everyone staying together, kind of staying as one. And I think that that's been super helpful, and we've really had a great week so far since the loss. Of course, the first couple of days were emotional, but just being able to come back together and work hard like we always have just kind of brings us back to what we're trying to accomplish.
A loss can be so discouraging. Who's been the most helpful on the team to keep any splintering from happening or any finger pointing?
Yeah, I think we all do a really good job of holding each other accountable. We all try to minimize any type of complaining or defending and just try to always really stay together. Something we've really worked on too is like really calling people out. If they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, like call them out directly. And we're just fortunate to have a team of great people. Some of our main leaders on the team are Kendall and Makaira, so they've been great at being in that leadership role, but really collectively we have a lot of leaders, and just kind of stepping up and having everyone be in that position I think is really important because it's a role that everyone's going to need to take at some point. So having everyone be able to do that has been really good.
What when you kind of maybe looked and like done some self-reflecting yourself, what were you kind of wanting to work on and improve on as you build into this season?
Yeah, I think for me, I just want to work as hard as I can. That's my biggest thing is regardless of wins or losses, I don't think that your work ethic should change or your mindset going into practice should change. And that's kind of just what I am trying to work on, is just being steady and consistent no matter what. Like no matter, my attitude needs to be consistent no matter if we're up by 40 or down by 40. I need to give the same energy no matter if we're up by 40 or down by 40. And that's something I really realized just kind of looking at this, kind of looking at the loss. I, of course, evaluated what I thought I could have done better as a leader, ways I could have been more impactful. But overall, I think I'm just working on continuing to be super energetic and really excited for the upcoming games because, having a loss early in the season like that happens to everyone. And although it's not fun, I honestly think that losses like that teach you a lot more than just winning a game could. So.
When you've been able to crash the boards like you have, and how much can that maybe impact the other areas of your game where you're getting those rebounds? And does that kind of feed in the rest of your game, as you look forward to that?
Yeah. Rebounding for sure is just an energy giver, not only for me, but for our team. Anytime someone gets a rebound, it's an extra possession that you have. So it brings a lot of joy and energy to the team. But for me, I always feel like I'm playing best when I rebound. Just getting those extra touches on the ball and getting just that energy. It brings so much energy, and rebounding takes a lot of work. So being able to do that kind of gives you something to focus on rather than focusing on your offense or something else. So really focusing on the defensive end and the rebounding, it kind of just lets your offense happen naturally.
What's the biggest thing that the film from the Michigan game showed you guys that you need to improve this week going into Missouri?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was our own breakdowns and things that we guarded perfectly in practice and we knew what to do, but we kind of just had breakdowns in the game. So I think just being more intentional and focused within the game, because it wasn't like we just couldn't stop them. We just were having breakdowns in our own defense. And so I think with that, and then just, not getting a dip when we go down. That's something we've really been working on, is if we get down by 10, not allowing it to plummet and then be down by 40. Or rather get down by 10 but fight our way back. Basketball is a game of punches and hits, and we might punch and they'll be down by 10, but you never know, they could still come back and get us. So you got to be ready to kind of combat with that energy and not allow it to just go downhill from one run that the other team goes on.
Which has that been an emphasis, just kind of responding to adversity, and what does that kind of look like? What are you kind of trying to get in terms of response to these games? Yeah,
that's been a huge emphasis for us. I would say we're very, very focused on responding to adversity, and a lot of our drills in practice have been putting us in adverse situations this week just to see how we respond and not stopping a drill until we do what we're supposed to do. And that's been great for us. You have to be tough and you have to be able to handle adverse situations in basketball and just in life in general. So I think farther than basketball, it just kind of teaches you in life how hard you have to push, and you're gonna fall, but just be able to get back up and keep working.